Hi guys, I just want to make a short video to help you out because on Shoe Game, Oxfords and so loafers and all different types, but dress up shoes. There's not much good quality content out there, especially for these types of shoes for men. A lot of the reviews are based on money. I'm going to take the money sequence out of the game. I'm just going to compare the shoes, real life experience, okay? Of course, when you factor in money, everything changes. That's the bottom line. None of these shoes are cheap. I put the cheapest ones from this side over to here. Price, you can just look online yourself. It's not up to me to decide that. That can change over time, right? Maybe you can find used ones. Now, these were all bought brand new, but I want to go over this one right here. This is a black loafer. This is actually a Christian Louboutin. That's the red bottom. If you guys haven't owned a pair of these, this is a very formal shoe. It works with certain clothing. Most people will protect the bottom. I never did. It's a personal preference. If you're a red carpet walker and you're always walking on carpet, then you definitely don't need to protect the bottom. But if you're like me and you'll walk outside your vehicle, this and that, you might want to consider protecting the bottom. I've walked on with these for quite a while now. I've had no problems. They're a lighter duty shoe. They always stay clean. This is not a painted toe, so black stays pretty clean. And I'm pretty happy with them. They look more formal than they actually are. Actually, these ones are as I get older, these ones are way more higher quality style shoe. So I've never had foot problems with these. They've always been good. They break in easy because they're less rigid leather. So he's got some stuff figured out. They're very good for dancing. Then I've got the Tom Fords. I've talked about these before. I really like these. These, like, I can slip into these and go to the beach or do anything. And you know, I never did put anything on the bottom either. I do notice on these ones, you got to cut off the edges a bit. Once they get frayed, the leather will chip away. Now these got dull. I just need to get them polished. But they're not really they're designed to be, I use them. They're shoes, they're designed to walk in, so I walk in them. These Tom Fords have been very good. They're definitely my most favorite for fitting. I'd say they're probably my favorite ones. Okay, let's go over the sizes. So this is a size 8, this is a size 8. Now, sizing is hard because if I wear any other shoes, I'm usually quite a bit higher, but with dress shoes, as they break in, size 8's pretty much my size. Although, when you move over to the Santoni, you want to get one size smaller. So I have a size 7. It sounds ridiculous as a guy my size wears a shoe size 7, but it's accurate. 8, 8, 7. Don't get an 8 in a Santoni. It'll be too loose because the shoes will always be hard to break in. Now, when I broke these in around the lake, I could walk halfway around the lake before I had to take them off. These are a lace up. It's very formal. The Santoni, hopefully you can see it okay. It's a beautiful shoe, man. Oh, this particular one's limited edition, so the guy who made it put his signature inside. You can't take it off. It's sewn right in there. And limited edition, they make it's a better quality shoe. So Santoni's already top of the line. Italian. They're all Italian. But the limited edition means they won't make any more than a few hundred pairs. I think it's maximum 500 pairs in the world. And so you'll never see somebody else with their same shoes. And they make it more robust. So this Goodyear welting with the stitching is thicker, better for walking. Now, I had a shoe guy get, these are brand new. I had a guy put on a proper leather sole. Now this is like gold, man. They embossed it gold. Like, this looks good. And so I think what I want to say is these are going to get dull and ugly just like these. I want to wear these every single day. I'm trying to retire my cowboy boots. It's very hard for me to get out of that rough environment into, you know, where I probably should be, somewhat more settled in. So as a middle-aged man, I recommend you get at least one pair of nice shoes. If you're getting Santonis, get a size smaller than you originally get. If you're going to get loafers, they're not going to be comfortable right away, but they'll fit you soon after they get comfortable. Like I said, Christian Louboutins, Tom Fords, Santonis. They're all Italian. There is a lot of knockoffs of all of these. You'll get, I don't want to say Bontoni. Bontonis are a very good shoe also, but it is, they definitely copy the Santoni. I know some of you guys won't like that. They're all good shoes, but if you want it, you're gonna find a lot of knockoffs with these other ones and fakes everywhere. Now, one more thing I want to say is that you need a good sock game, okay? Hopefully you can hear me. The best socks I've ever found are these ones. They're called Tabio. It's a Japanese sock. Now, they're expensive, but when I say expensive, they're actually cheap because they'll last way longer than a cheap sock, and they're still way cheaper than like a Germans. The Germans make pretty good socks. You're actually not supposed to fold like that. I just put them in loose. But this one's a left and a right Tabio, and you want to get, sounds kind of gay, it sounds like not really the greatest, but you want to get a sock that for these kind of shoes. Now, I actually don't wear socks with my Tom Fords because I just like it that way. I just dedicated this one to summer, beach, easy wear. But if you're gonna get a pair of socks, you wanna get it to go, you want a calf over sock, one that goes just above your calf so that it won't ever fall down, because the last thing you want is a bunch of ruffles here when you put your foot up and you know you're wearing a suit, and people notice that, right? So get a calf over sock. And then I wanna say one more thing, make sure your colors match. So I brought some examples out here, you know, like this would match that. This is the belt. It's a Tiffany and Company. And then the wash, the Grand Seiko matches that one. And this John Hardy, it's a Dragon that's black, that matches that. And so you want to have your belts, your leathers match the best you can, if you can help it. It took me my whole life to figure this stuff out. So hopefully I can help you a little bit. Watch some of those other guys on YouTube. They know what they're talking about way more than me, but they'll never be able to tell you what it feels like to get in these shoes and the experience of getting them, man. There's a little bit more I could say. They hurt your feet when you get them, but the experience of going through that. There's a saying, it says, some old guy told me one time, he said, Andre, it's always better when you do it yourself. And if you go and you go through the experience of going from, say, like, you know, your street shoes to something a little more formal, and you can wear it and get through that, it'll feel good, man. That's all I can say. And you're gonna be proud and strong, okay? So have a good one. Get your nice shoes. They don't need to be like this. Look on eBay if you need to. You know, I'm just saying, if you're gonna buy Santonis, get a size smaller. If you're gonna get some loafers, you know, they're gonna get beat up if you don't wear socks in them. And try to match your leathers, and these are the best socks. Don't spend $50 on fancy socks or Tom Ford socks, or $100. Get these Japanese ones. They're way better than anything else I've ever tried. And when you see a price tag like $30, we'll say, it's actually cheap, because they will last way longer than anything else you're gonna buy at Walmart. You're gonna be going through Walmart socks all the time, okay? Take care, guys, have a good one, and it's time for me to eat some dinner.